Alright guys, I am going to show you my most recent house purchase. It is a foreclosure that we recently bought. We have started working on the yard a bit. That's my mom over there. You just can't believe, it looked like a forest in here. The trees and the overgrowth. So we have just been cutting down everything we can. You can see there's still like basically woods over here. And a lot of work to be done, but we have definitely made a lot of progress. This is much better than it was. There you can see like the fascia's rotting over there, the gutters are kind of falling off. There were just so many trees up against the house that it's caused a lot of damage to the roof. In fact, we're gonna have to have the roof replaced, even though it wasn't really that old. One good thing about this house is that it does have vinyl siding, although some of it needs repaired in places. It's falling down. And also the windows are vinyl. They were replaced not too long ago. So it has this kind of neat like U-shaped driveway and then storage under there, under the carport. And then you walk in, just ignore, the trash. We've been picking that up out of the yard. And that's actually a toilet from another house. Here's the front door. And here we go. So all of this like paint and stuff, that's mine. I just brought it over here and put it in the house because I recently finished working on another house. So I just brought everything from that house to this house. And then this stove is one that we're going to put into this house. So this house has quite old appliances, and this is my grandma's stove that works. She just wanted a new one, so we brought that over here to put into this house. Probably the reason we got a really good deal on this house and the bank had it listed so low is because of this giant hole in the ceiling here. The roof had damage and it does need replaced. We are actually going to take out both of these skylights because skylights just have a tendency to leak. That's what happened here. The skylight had just been leaking and the house was vacant for like 2 years, so it had just been leaking without anyone paying any attention to it. You can see the ceiling's a little mildewy. We'll have to replace that drywall. One of the nicest things about this house, in my opinion, is this giant fireplace. It's got an insert on either side, and I just love fireplaces. But here's kind of these old curtain drapey things that are ugly, but has a big windows underneath those, which is nice. So if we go this way, here's the kitchen. And for my area, this is actually a really big kitchen. Most of our rental properties, this is probably maybe even the biggest kitchen. Most of our rental properties have very small kitchens. It does have like a little pantry over there and quite a bit of cabinet space, I think. You can see that these appliances are just super, super duper old. So we're gonna have those taken out. And there is a ton of paneling. I may end up leaving it. I know you guys you're probably cringing right now and you're like, no, you definitely need to paint that. But gosh, it's gonna take so long to paint it. And in my area, I don't know that I'll really get much more rent just because I paint the paneling. And these ceilings are just so high. So it's gonna take me forever to paint that. I just don't know if it's worth it. And then we have this sunroom, which is, let me see if I can back up so you can see. This sunroom is very nice, really nicely done. It's got good energy efficient windows and heat and air ducts going to it, so that's nice. This is another spot where the roof was leaking, so there's quite a bit of damage and mold from that. But it's pretty nice sunroom. And then out the back here, we do have a deck, and the deck is old and dirty. It had so much leaves. We had to sweep out all the leaves, and I mean, it took me an hour to sweep out all the leaves from this thing, just because there were probably 3 or 4 years worth of leaves on this deck. But here it is. It's actually surprisingly and really good. It's solid. It's not rotted at all. I will have to get this pressure washed and probably painted. It's not like in amazing condition, but it's really solid. It's not soft or rotted or anything like that. This is actually a really large, steep wheelchair ramp, and this little area here is actually fenced in, so that would be good for someone with a little dog. They could let it out. There's a little doggy door over there, and it's just really nice and pretty, but it is just so many leaves. No one has done yard work. You can see all this green stuff in the woods. That's everything we cut down and drug off and took down into the woods. Let's go back inside. This carpet, well, we're gonna have to replace all the carpet, but it's just dirty and gross. Other side of the insert. Okay, so this thing is like a built-in display cabinet. Really weird. I have no idea what to do with it. I think I'll just paint it and kind of make it like a bookshelf thing. I don't know. Pretty ugly, but there it is. Here is bedroom number 1. Just a small little bedroom with paneling, but the paneling's actually kind of like a whitewashed looking color, so I don't think it's too bad. And then we have a hallway with a bathroom in the middle. Tile, I will leave that tile. I will replace this toilet, and then I'll just leave this vanity because it's not in bad shape. I probably look bad. We've been working outside all day. We'll have to take off this, let me see if I can get the light on here. I'll have to take off this wallpaper, but as far as this tub goes, I don't know, we'll have to see if it leaks or anything like that, but we may be able to just leave this tile and refinish this tub, but we'll see. Going to bedroom number 2, just another small bedroom, just exactly like the first. There's a little closet, and yeah, bedroom number 2. All right, we'll walk across the living room again to the master bedroom, which is just a little bit bigger than the other 2 bedrooms were. There it is. And here is the bathroom. The weird thing about this house is that you cannot get to a bathroom without going through a bedroom, so that's a little unfortunate, but it's okay. Here's like a little vanity area. You can do makeup, and then here is the sink. So there's actually a lot of storage space in this little bathroom. There's a pretty big, I don't think I can open it and really show you because I just can't get it would just be too up close. But there's a little like linen closet in there that's decently sized. And then here's kind of like the disaster area. So obviously, now the water's still turned off, so I don't know where all the leaks are, but I'm expecting there to be quite a few water leaks and things that we have to get taken care of in this house. I have no idea what happened there. I can't imagine how the water leak would be right there and not right there. But yeah, obviously there's been a few water leaks going on here, and we're gonna have to pull up all this tile and replace it. Probably replace this faucet, and I don't know what we'll do with the tub. Hopefully we can just kind of refinish it and clean it real well. You'd be surprised how well I can clean these with a little elbow grease. And then we have another old toilet that we will replace. So this is bathroom number 2. So it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house. And I haven't said this yet, but we paid $45,000 for this house. It was actually listed for $39,000, but there were a ton of offers on the house. And so we went a little higher and offered $45,000 because this house is definitely worth that. The house across the street sold for $90 something. And in my opinion, this house is actually has the potential to be nicer than that house. So this is the downstairs. It's not finished. I didn't think about this, but let me real quick, sorry about this bad quality. I need to get the light turned on, and this is the only light I know of that works down here. All right, so the only other thing we've done besides start working outside is we pulled up this carpet in here because there was a little bit of a mold issue going on in the basement. And so we just pulled up the carpet and we scrubbed these walls down because there was just mold a bit. You can kind of see where it used to be, where the dark spots are. We just scrubbed the walls really well and pulled up that nasty old carpet. And then we got a dehumidifier in here to kind of help take care of some of that. There's a really nice, huge water heater over here. And the heat and air, the furnace and the air conditioner, those units are both pretty new. They're only a couple years old, so that's nice. There's our dehumidifier doing its job. I have no idea what this giant box is to do with the furnace, but there's a big, huge filter in there. The filters are like $25 for that thing, which is not fun. Here's a water softener, which I will probably take out because I don't see tenants maintaining that. And then this is where the washer and dryer will go. You can see there's a little bit of mold down there. Some of you freak out about mold, but it's a pretty common issue in our area. It's just really humid. So I don't really freak out about it. A little bit of bleach will take care of the mold, and we'll probably paint and stuff like that. So it's, I don't know, I'll probably put some like cheap carpet down here, but it's not ever gonna be like the nicest basement. It's just a little extra storage. I don't know, you could do kind of like maybe like a game room or something. I don't know what you would really do, but the ceiling's not finished. It would be hard to finish that with all this ductwork and everything. And then I will show you this junk outside because I know you guys like to look at junk. But yeah, here's a bunch of junk that we're gonna have to load up into a dumpster and get rid of. And this under here, we will put new insulation up and probably put some kind of either just painted plywood or some, maybe even like some of that siding, like the fiber cement siding or something like that under here, just so it looks nicer, and that will help hold in the insulation. This is underneath that sunroom. That's an addition on the house, so that will help keep that insulated a little better as well. This junk will just get a big roll-off dumpster and start loading it up one day. I'm really just waiting on the roof to get replaced on this house before I start working super hard on tearing up carpet and painting and getting the drywall repaired. I want to make sure that the roof's not leaking before I do all that. Here is our really nice big air conditioner unit that's pretty well brand new. The side of the house. And my mom's up here working. There's the yard. So we're back at the beginning. There's the house. My mom's actually picking up pine needles for mulch for her potatoes. So anyway, that's the house. This is a really nice street. The neighbors are all really friendly, and it's just a nice quiet street. So I will do another update video on this house once we get it all fixed and repaired. So I realized I didn't really justify the purchase price for that house, and I wanted to real quick tell you why we paid $45 and why I think that's a good deal. So first of all, I really love the street. So I do have an emotional attachment to that street. We actually own another property on that same road, and I remember my dad buying that house, and I was a little girl, and I remember how much he was, or how proud he was of that property, and just how much he liked the neighborhood. And so I do have a bit of an emotional attachment to the road, but emotions aside, it was still a really good deal. I haven't seen a house go that low in our area in a really long time, unless it just needed a ton of work. Now, I know my house does need work, but it has a lot of potential to be a really, really nice house. It is like, counting the sunroom, it's like 1,700 square feet just in the upstairs alone, and then the basement is another 700 square feet. So it's a pretty big house, and just numbers comparatively on that street, The house across the street was listed for $99,000. I believe it ended up selling in the low 90s, but I talked to that guy and he said he bought it as a fixer-upper and he's going to live in it for about 2 years and fix it up during that time, and then he's going to sell it. And so personally, I'm not going to tell him this. He can do whatever he wants. But I personally don't think that that's a really great plan, because already having 90 in the house, it doesn't give you a lot of room to flip the house. And, but his house is really nice as well. I think he bought it already really nice, so I'm not sure how much work it really needs. Maybe it doesn't need that much. But I do know, like, his roof's not new, the paint's getting a little older, the roof is starting to look a little bit older, so I do know that it will need some updates in the next few years. And then a house a few doors down, it was in really good condition, newer roof, newer vinyl siding, and it sold for $120, and it's a little bit smaller than my house. So those are the numbers that we're looking at. Those are the only 2 houses that have sold on that road very recently. But that just gives you an idea of what we could sell this house for if we wanted to. But the main reason that I bought it is because I paid $45,000. I'm about to put a brand new metal roof on it, which will be $10,000. So that's $55,000. But now I have a $55,000 house with a brand new roof on it. The repairs that I'm going to put in that property will be less than $10,000. So that's going to be, well, with the flooring, it actually might come out to be pretty close to $10,000. Let's just say we put $15,000 into it. So that puts us at $70,000 in the house, and we're going to rent it for like $850. And everything is brand new. So I could go out and I could buy a house already fixed up in good condition, and it would cost me $100,000. And then I could still only rent it for $850 or $900. But now I'm buying a house that needs a lot of work, but when I finish that work, it's going to be a brand new roof, brand new flooring, brand new appliances, and so hopefully I don't have to put any more money into it for quite a while, and it will rent for more than 1% of what I have in it, which is kind of like my minimum that I want to stay at. And also I love the house and I love the street, so so that's why we bought that property, and that's why I'm already really proud of it. I can tell that the person who lived there before, I can just tell that they really love that property and they took good care of it. Even the landscaping, like, it was really overgrown, but at one time they had an irrigation system and they had all those like crepe myrtles and flowering bushes and magnolias planted, and you can just tell that they really liked that property and they loved it, and I want to take good care of it too, and I want a family to live there who's also going to love it, and I don't know, I'm just proud of it. I think it's a nice house, but you guys let me know what you think. I know you guys don't like paneling, and you don't like, this is Arkansas, we're not quite as picky as the rest of the United States, so yeah. But anyway, let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys next video. Bye!